What's up, Richard? Timmers here. Now, 2025 was a really solid year for animation. So I decided to go ahead and do my top 10 favorite anime films of 2025 because there were some pretty good ones here. And some not so good ones. Like the worst anime movies this year, I gotta say, is probably Sneaks. I'm not gonna do a list of my top 10 worst anime movies of the year. But if I decided to, that the worst I would say is probably Sneaks, Smurfs, and I hate to say it, I just checked out the new SpongeBob movie. That would definitely be on the bottom. But these are actually the ones I really quite enjoyed. All right, number 10 is I'm not really much of a Christian guy or anything like that. But I will say sometimes there will be a faith-based movie that I will give it a chance, and sometimes they could be hits, sometimes they could be misses and all. But number 10 is King of Kings. King of Kings, from Angel Studios, who I'm not really too big with Angel Studios, but they do put out some decent stuff here and there. Still haven't seen David yet. Haven't got around to seeing that one, you know. But King of Kings, of course, is from Angel Studios, and it's where Charles Dickens tells his young son Walter the greatest story ever told. Of course, like what begins as like a bedtime tale becomes like a life changing journey here. Through the vivid imagination. He walks alongside Jesus, witnessing his miracles. Jesus is actually voiced by Oscar Isaac, and I gotta say, probably one of the best casts from an Angel Studios movie. Although that the next best will probably be the upcoming Animal Farms, but still, King of Kings also has the likes of Kenneth Branagh, Uma Thurman, Pierce Brosnan, some really decent voice acting supporting performances here. I mean, this movie could easily have just been boring. It could have been terrible and all. But I thought it was a really decent anime film. The animation was pretty decent. The storytelling was good. I mean, definitely, feels like a modern Prince of Egypt in a weird way. Um, but, I thought it was a pretty decent one and all. All right. Number 9 is In Your Dreams. In Your Dreams is a Netflix anime film. Now, I actually got 3 Netflix anime movies on this list. But In Your Dreams is, of course, from Netflix, where these two kids journey into the wildly absurd landscape of their own dreams and ask the Sandman to grant them the perfect family. And I really enjoyed In Your Dreams. I mean, I thought the animation was good. Definitely feels very it really feels like if Disney went ahead and did a movie for Netflix, this is what we get. Definitely has a little bit of that Disney vibe to it. It is a really remarkable film. Of course, good voice talents like Sim Malou, Craig Robinson, Christine Milioti. Some really good voice talents. It is a really good one there. All right, number 7. I actually just checked out this one just recent because it dropped on online. So I decided to give this one a go because I saw missed it when it was in theirs. What's it again? Number 8. I'm almost skipped number 8. Number 8 is Fix. Fix, while it's not as funny as, let's say, a sausage party, nothing like that, I still thought Fix was pretty decent. About like this dog who's about to get new the next morning, and so he decides to go out and party with his friends. And it's a really hilarious one of raunchy, great voice sounds like Adam Devine, Idris Elba, Catherine Hahn. It is a really good one. I mean, it's not going to be for everyone, obviously, but it's well worth watching. All right, now number 7 is one that I mentioned I was going to talk about, and that is Little Emil and Me, or The Character of the Rain. Oh, just to let you know, the movie Arco, I have not seen Arco yet. I'm probably not going to see that until like January. So I'm not really going to include that in my 2025 list. Might include it in my 2026 list. Who knows? But I'm definitely interested in seeing Arco. It just haven't played anywhere near me. And it's probably not going to should do until like maybe until January. So probably going to have to include that in my 2026 list. But all right, a little Emily, or The Character of the Rain is, of course, we're a peaceful mystery to Emily, until like a miraculous encounter with a chocolate ignites her wild sense of curiosity, and it's a really decent animation. It is beautiful to watch. It's a shame I saw Mrs. and Theirs. I mean, it was actually playing by me, but there was some other stuff that week that I was more interested in and never got around to seeing this one. But yeah, I really should have seen this one, Theirs. But Yeah, and and for you guys, and just so you know, I have not yet seen Chainsaw Man or train one. What was it? What's it called? Anime movies. Chainsaw Man. And Demons. Sorry, that's what it's called. I have not seen those. 'Cause I really got around to watching those. But anyway, Little Millie is a really good one. Definitely that is well worth watching. All right, number 6 is Predator Killer Killers. Predator Killer Killers, of course, obviously is a anthology Predator film, and I really thought the anthology stuff was really cool. From the ninja stuff to the World War II storyline, seeing pretty much seeing Arnold, Amber, Midlander, even technically part of this as well. I thought was pretty cool. I mean, of course, obviously, we just had Predator Badlands, which is also pretty decent. But I thought Killer Killers was a pretty decent Predator anime film, and I'll just see another one. They haven't decided to make another one there. All right, number 5 is The Bad Guys 2. Now, I actually had a fun time with The Bad Guys 2. I thought the animation was pretty fun. It was just as fun as the first film. You also had the aforementioned Craig Robinson in this. Seeing the introduction of Bad Girls, voiced by Maria Bakalova, Natasha Lyonne, and Danielle Brooks was pretty decent. I mean, definitely I wouldn't mind seeing a Bad Guys 2 if they go ahead and make that one. All right, number 4 is Elio. Elio, of course, is a Pixar movie that sadly did not really do so well, but I still thought Elio was a really remarkable film. Of course, about this kid named Elio, who has like a active imagination and finds himself on a cosmic misadventure where he must like form a new bonds with like eccentric alien life form here. And I thought it was really solid. Zoe Saldana voiced his mother was great. Brad Garrett voiced one of the main aliens was pretty cool. The kid in this, Jonas Ketrev, I think his name is. He was really good as the voice of Elio. It is a shame that this is a original film that Pixar did this year that sadly didn't do so well, but I'm pretty sure Toy Story 5 would do far better, but who knows. All right. Coming in at number 3 is The Day the Earth Blew Up, a Looney Tunes movie. Now we do got Kaoru versus Acme coming out this year. But in fact, that's not really fully animation. Probably won't be in my favorite anime list. It wouldn't be in my top 10 favorite like live action family movies of if I enjoy it, obviously. But it'll probably be in that list instead of animation list. But still, Day the Earth Blew Up, like the first 2D animation from Looney Tunes on the big screen. I'm so glad Ketchup Entertainment picked this one up. I mean, I think this was actually the first anime movie I saw in theaters this year. It just seeing Looney Tunes back on the big screen was remarkable. Obviously, Daffy Duck, Bugs Bunny really brought back what made the Looney Tunes so unique, and I am so glad the Looney Tunes became safe. And can't wait for Kaoru vs. Acme when that comes out. All right, number 2 is Zootopia 2. Zootopia 2 I thought was pretty decent. It was definitely solid. A really decent installment to the first Zootopia. Kiyu Kwan as a voice, as the voice of the snake, as Gary the Snake was pretty decent. Jason Bateman, Jennifer Goodwin, some really good voice talents here. Definitely love. Obviously, great callback to the first film. It did really well in the box office. Like, yeah, it really did super mega huge there. So. Yeah, Zootopia 2 is a really decent one. And my number 1 favorite is this any surprise. Number 1 is K-pop Demon Hunters. This movie is much better than it has any intentions of being. Because of course I did watch it on when it dropped on Netflix and I thought it was pretty good back then. But then I actually enjoyed it a little more when I got to rewatch it. This past this past October when Netflix and AMC got together and released this one of theirs. It was a much better experience. And obviously the song Golden. I'm saying this right now. Golden is the Let It Go of the 2020s. it's and of course I'm saying now Hunter X, from K-pop Demon Hunters. I feel like Hunter X is this generation's Gem of the Holograms and Josie and Pussycats. I mean, the song Golden is, I'm not gonna lie, I do listen to the soundtrack once in a while. It's just, the soundtrack is just great. Of course the villain, this is great. I mean, everything about was terrific. It became such a surprise hit. It's just such a remarkable, like, I still cannot believe how popular this movie became, and I'm glad it did because it's a really wonderful film. And of course, we do got a sequel coming, which we won't really see until 2029. I think they should do like some sort of, I don't know, spin-off specials, maybe a Christmas special to let people I don't know, from now until then, to give it like more sense of because who knows if people actually remember K-pop Demon Hunters by when the sequel comes out, because that will come out until 2029. But I don't know. It'll be cool to see if they do some sort of spin-off or maybe some sort of TV specials, whatever. Because yeah, this movie, I tell you, this movie is gonna be like, it's gonna be the most popular movies throughout the decade. But listen, and again, everything about it was just excellent. But that's pretty much it. Here is my quick rundown. Number 10, King of Kings. 9, In Your Dreams. 8, Fix. 7, Little Emily, and the character of Rain. 6, Predator Killer Killers. 5, Bad Guys 2. 4, Elio. 3, The Day the Earth Blew Up, a Looney Tunes movie. 2, Zootopia 2, and number 1 is K-pop Demon Hunters. Now, there's a couple of other ones I could have included. Dogman, that was actually okay, not really anything to go by. Let's see. Animated movies. Sad to say the Twits that came out on Netflix this past year, that was pretty disappointing, so that's definitely not on my list. SpongeBob wasn't so great, so that's obviously not on my list. I mean, this year was an okay year for animation. Definitely not the Plankton movie. That really wasn't all that great either. Light of the World was actually pretty decent. That was like a hand-drawn and like religious film. I was gonna choose between either that or King of Kings, but I decided to just go King of Kings because that's a better one there. But anyway, let me let you guys. What are some of your favorite anime films of the year? Drop comments below. Don't forget to like, subscribe, hit that bell for notification. This is Suicide.